So I decided to do my module on the dress code for schools because that seems to be the main thing that we have to deal with in my school. So I just went through and started with what the First Amendment guarantees, and that is the freedom of self-expression and the fact that students are allowed to express themselves, but in this case it has to be within reason and when it doesn't disrupt the education system or disrupt classes. And this has mainly been a decision of your state courts, and the Supreme Court has declined to really get into this issue if at all possible. Dress codes are developed by our schools and approved by our Board of Education, and our chapter stated that the decision should involve your faculty, students, parents, and your community members, and be supported, then it would be supported by your courts when evidence exists that what the measures you've taken have been reasonable. So what does reasonable then mean? Well, it means that it must be based on health, safety, and order, and that their appearance violates decency that is common decency. It also covers dress that is considered vulgar or that mocks others on the basis of race, gender, religion, color, or national origin, or any dress that endangers the health and safety of students. According to Nathan Essex in A Teacher's Guide to School Law, controversial slogans are those in direct conflict with the school's stated mission, and it further states that expressions that violate standards of common decency or depict vulgar, lewd, or otherwise obscene gestures are defined by the school dress codes that we develop. One of the cases I found interesting was the Morse v. Frederick case, in which the Supreme Court supported the school district who disciplined a student who displayed a banner promoting illegal substances, which was in direct violation of their school policies. And I feel that this was the right decision. I just found this, and it just a cartoon on basically what we face every day in our hallways sometimes. And sometimes we see these kids and send them home. USD 494, our dress code, basically does not allow the following things: spaghetti straps or any shirts that show a girl's bra, short shirts that show the stomach, tank tops, boys or girls, doesn't matter, sagging jeans that show your undergarments, shorts or skirts that are too short, showing your undergarments again, shirts with inappropriate language or advertising alcohol, drugs, etc., anything vulgar or inappropriate, curse words, pajama bottoms, articles of clothing that can be seen as offensive, or hats or hoods can't be worn in our building. Some of our health and safety issues that we have looked at is the piercings. Piercings may only be in the ears or a small stud in the nose. We've fought this for a couple of years. Clothing must be clean and in good condition, and hair must be clean. And for obvious reasons, for health and safety issues, those are important. The biggest piercing issues that we had was that we had a group of girls that were piercing each other's belly buttons in our bathrooms at our school, and we had to, because of the health and safety issue, really had to look at that policy. We also had a student attempt to pierce her own eyebrow, which then became infected, and she almost lost her sight. And so we've really looked at the piercing issue a lot at my school. Things that we basically deal with on a regular basis: shorts and short skirts that are way too short, spaghetti straps and shirts that show their bra straps. One of the big issues this last year were skinny jeans, which don't cover the backsides of our boys, displaying their underwear, their undergarments. We've also had a problem with pajama bottoms on our girls, that they wear pajama bottoms to school. And we've also dealt with vulgar and inappropriate slogans on t-shirts, curse words, things like that. Our latest controversy last year and I think a lot of schools dealt with this, and those were the I Love Boobies bracelets and whatnot. We had to deal with these bracelets in our school as well as belts and different things. And students were told that the slogan was inappropriate, and whenever seen, the bracelet would be either turned inside out or removed. And this decision came because more and more students wore them as a protest to our school dress code, and it continued to be discussed as rebellion in the classrooms, and laughing about the whole boobies slogan itself. Not that they were wearing it for breast cancer awareness, but because they were wearing it because it said boobies on it. And so we really had to deal with that. This year we haven't seen as many bracelets in our school, and that's partly because of the rules that we enforced last year, but also because of the popular trend, I think is basically over at this point. Final thoughts that I have on this is that as teachers, we deal with dress code at our middle school and our high school levels almost every day. We send students home to change their clothes, or we make them turn their shirts inside out and wear them inside out the rest of the day if they don't have another one to put on. In addition to being responsible for our students' education, we also act as our chapter said, in loco parentis, or in place of a parent. If parents don't teach their children what constitutes public decency, then we as educators must do so. And administrators, our responsibility is to prohibit dress that causes major disruptions to the orderly administration of the school. I found this, and it exemplifies exactly what I'm talking about. What is scarier than a student's interpretation of their dress code? Sometimes it's what their parents are wearing as well, and that's tough today. And our community and schools need to place high standards that our children must reach in order to become decent and productive members of our next generation. And I agree with the chapter when it said faculty, students, parents, and the community should make decisions regarding regulations in our schools. And as we know, it takes a village to raise a child. And my references came from our book, A Teacher's Pocket Guide to School Law, and also Practicing the Art of Leadership. Thank you.